Hello and welcome. I'm John Farnloff with Investors Realty. In this mini tutorial, it's only going to last a few minutes, I'm going to show you certain aspects of the owner portal that's really going to make your life easier. The first one's a simple one, how to sign in. Now for those of you who sign in regularly, you could just kind of sleep for another minute. But for those of you who perhaps have never signed in or sign in infrequently or lost your password, I'm going to get you squared away. The second item I want to show you has to do with your owner statements. Every month we publish to your owner portal a statement that shows you everything that's happened to your account for that time period. I'm going to show you how to find those. There's one particular statement that has a lot of importance at tax time, and that's your year-end statement. Once a year we publish a statement that has all the activity for the entire year. I'm going to show you how to find that one also. Lastly, maintenance invoices. How to find your maintenance invoices. At Investors Realty, we're a little bit different than just about every other property management company that I'm aware of, in that we show the actual invoices that we receive from contractors to our owners. We're big on transparency, and we want to show you everything. We post those invoices on the portal, and I want to show you how to find them. But first of all, you're not going to be able to do any of these if you can't find our websites. Let's start with that. Our website is irdenver.com. Go to there and you'll come to our main screen, and you're looking at it right now. In order to sign into your owner portal, you've got two places you can go. First of all, you can go to the menu on the left and you'll see one of the options says owner portal, or the upper right hand corner has another place, owner login. Clicking either one gets you to the same place, and that place is somewhere where you can simply type in your email address and password. Please be aware that our passwords are case sensitive, and so that means that they pay attention to whether it's uppercase or lowercase. So you need to get that straight in order to sign in. Now for those of you who have forgotten your password, then you can simply click here under forgot your password, and it's going to come up with this. Type in your first name, your last name, the email address that we have on file for you, and click submit. What it will do is reset your password and send you an email with a temporary password that will allow you to sign in. Then once you get inside, you can choose whatever password you want. If this doesn't work because you can't really remember what email address you have, it's not the end of the world. Just simply send an email to either myself or Ed, and we'll get you squared away. We'll reset your password and send you that exact same email manually. This is what the inside of the portal looks like. You begin on the My Account tab. In fact, you'll notice you've got 5 tabs at the top, excuse me. You've got My Accounts, Statements, Reports, Bills, and Documents. Before we go to the statements, let me just show you something brief on this main My Account page, because there actually is some pretty useful stuff in there. Right in the middle, you'll see some instructions for how to do certain common tasks. And over there to the bottom right, next to the My Contact Information, you'll see View Details and Edit. That's a place where you can change your contact information. You can also change the account into which, your bank account that is, into which we deposit your funds. And to the right of that, there's a place where you can actually change your password for getting into this particular portal. A little bit further underneath there's a place for new conversation. If you want to have a conversation with us and you want to use our internal email system, so you don't have to worry about the cyber demons taking away your important email, you can just click there and have a conversation with us. It really works quite well. All right, but let's go ahead and get to the statements. The Statements tab is right here. Now this is the place where you get to go ahead and see your monthly and annual statements. And you see you've got a whole slew of them here. To look at a statement is very simple. We'll choose the top one here. You look for the time period that you're interested in, and then simply click the download button to the right of it. And then, wham, up comes your statement for that time period. Pretty simple. Again, you can look at it, you could save it to your computer, you can print it. And you could do that if you're not used to, this is a PDF, it's a format. If you're not used to PDFs, all you have to do on a typical machine is scroll your arrow cursor to the bottom, and this appears. And then you've got one little diskette here where you could save a copy of this, or click on the printer and you can print it out. To the right, you can page up or page down. Closing this out, I want to show you how you can find your annual statement. Well, this is all sorted by date, and so as a result you have to kind of scroll down a little bit to find the period, but right here you can see it. It's 01/01/2011 through the end of that year. Click the download next to it. That's the annual, and you now have a statement where everything is annualized. And just like before, you can print it out, save it, do what you need to it. To find your invoices, You've got a couple ways you can do that. You could click the View Bills section, or you could click the tab where it says Bills at the top. Either one goes to the same place. And this is the place where you're going to see any kind of charge against your account. It's also the place you're going to be able to find the invoices if it's a maintenance. Now, one of the first things you typically need to do is make certain you got the right time period. So this, for example, is showing you just whatever charges there were in the last 30 days. If you need to see a longer time period, all you have to do is drop that arrow down, and you can look at all of them, choose a custom date range, last year. We're not clairvoyant. Next year, I don't think it'll work all that great for you, but you get the idea. And you can scroll down, and how about the last, I don't know, 90 days? Click on that, then click Go, and lo and behold, you see any kind of invoices in the last 90 days. Or 120. What's going on with this account? Well, you usually typically see a mixture of charges here. Now, some of the charges, like in this particular case, this one is actually, that's our management fee, so yay, that's what we get paid, we're happy. But these odd-shaped ones here, that typically is going to be a maintenance invoice. So let's go ahead and take a look at that one. So you find a maintenance invoice there, and you can see it's got the billing date and the vendor and so on and so forth. If you drop down this arrow right here and click View Detail, it's going to give you the detail of that particular charge. Now, this is the place where something's a bit counterintuitive. You'd think you could just, to look at the actual contractor invoice, you would think you could just click this View Invoice button at the top, but it really doesn't work. At Messrs Realty, as I said before, we're a little bit different than every other property management company that I know, that I want you to be able to see the actual invoice that we receive from the contractor, because we're very transparent. We believe in showing you everything. And if you click this View Invoice one, you're going to find something that I think is absolutely worthless. This is what most property management companies show their clients, and this is why they do it. It's a thing where, in fact, information is stripped out. The description for this repair is repairs. Well, that sure tells you an awful lot of information. $90, and that's it. We don't think that's satisfactory, and so it's there, but we want you to show you the real thing. And let me close this out. The real thing that we upload is down here in the document section, because we have to manually scan and then upload every invoice from our contractors. And that, therefore, gets attached to the bottom here in the document section. To see this particular real invoice, all you have to do is click View to the right here. And then what's going to come up, this is a PDF, so it's going to say, hey, Adobe's going to say, can I open it? And give it a second, and blam. Now you're looking at the actual contractor's invoice. When the kitchen faucet is turned on, there is some leaking in the basement. Found that the leak is being caused by backup in main line, so on and so on and so forth. So now you've got real good solid information as to what this particular maintenance item is. And just like before, you have the ability to print, a little bit different, but you can print and save it and just do whatever you prefer to it. Now I'm going to close this out. So pretty much that is how to do statements, and how to sign on, and how to go ahead and look at your invoices. But while I'm here, I just can't control myself. I'm going to go ahead and click here under Documents. By the way, this is the place, if you haven't gone in here, where we upload any of our legal agreements, leases with your tenants, also the agreement, property management agreement we have with you, and just any other kind of piece of paper that we end up getting with this account. We tend to load them up here, and we want you to see it. So this is where it is. You can click on any of these to look at it and yet again view it and print it. I'm going to end this video. I hope this was useful to you. Please let me know if it was, or if I need to do something different, because I'm thinking maybe it's not a bad idea to do some more of these, and I'd sure love to have some feedback. If you have any questions, just simply give us a yell at any time. You know what our numbers and our email address. So thank you so much, and thank you so much for being our clients and having faith in us, because you can't tell you how important that is to us. I'm John. You talk to Ed a lot. He says thank you too. Take care.